Okay. So I'll just start by saying, due to our phone call before recording, there's certain things that we have a gag order on, and certain things you're not comfortable talking about, and I think that's okay. So we're gonna tonight. I have a couple questions, but then you're gonna just speak about whatever is really on your mind and what you want to speak about. Okay, we'll start with the questions, just in case Sonia calls in. Um, the neighbor, you said when you got home that night, and only answer this if you can. You said you saw your three boys down and your neighbor as well, and you knew she was gone because she wasn't down there, she wasn't up at the house. And people are wondering, how well do you know that neighbor? You don't have to name the neighbor, but how well that neighbor that you saw that night, how well do you know him? And do you know why he was out there around your boys?
Yeah, a lot of our neighbors heard, us screaming Summer's name, and so I don't know, I don't know for sure because I wasn't there, but he, I've known him for years, and he's always been really good to us, real friendly and everything. But since all this stuff's happened, I don't know, things have changed a lot for us since this has happened. Um, but I'm trying to understand your question exactly. So yeah, I
How
went.
well did you know that neighbor?
Yeah, I've known him on and off for years. We've met each other a few times. Quite a few times. But I mean, we're not like friends or anything either. But we're good neighbors. One of the best neighbors I got. I mean, he'd do anything. He went and helped search for Summer. He'd do anything for us. He's a good guy.
Well, I think that clears that one up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and really quick, I just wanted to go over because we chatted on the phone before recording here, but you said you're just being bombarded. You and your wife are being bombarded by people who really just don't want you talking to me and really just like bad mouthing me and stuff, as if you guys don't have enough on your plate. They have to bring all that to you as well. And you also wanted to touch on some things you've seen where there's some people even pretending to be you and Candace, and it's crazy, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there playing both sides of the field, and they're attacking my stepsister and Trish and all of them. They're pretending to be us and attacking them, and then they pretend to be them and attack us. And we're just now starting to figure this out because we really haven't been talking. And I just reached out to my sister Mary, and of course she told me that the genie just really wanted all this to stop, and then we made the apology video. I apologized to her. It's not, people make it way more than it has been, and how the rumor got started with Trish, I'm not sure. The original allegations were horrific. There won't be my nieces that are like, I mean, way younger than me, like, but they, and I don't want to really mention their names, but I already did, but they deny that they even said some of these things, or that they flat out deny that and they don't want no part of it because people have, pretended to do this and that and be people that they're not. And they've really started a pretty horrific thing. And, but all of them allegations that have to do with my first set of kids and all that are completely false. Everything that they've said about Trish and Mary's daughter is completely false. And, and Mary's daughter, even, she denied that she said anything like that. And they're hurt. They so I don't know, but it's pretty bad. And it started a really bad situation. And they're still attacking. They still contact me and act like they're my friend and my wife and act like they're her friend. And then they go to McDonough's show or whatever and post up and post their lives and everything or whatever, spread all their lives and attack any way that they can for whatever reason that we don't know why people would be like this, but they are. And it's pretty sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's
disgusting.
What goes on. Yeah, it goes on social media, Don. And like I showed you earlier, what they're doing and how they're trying to attack me, and they just don't want us talking, even though most of the people that are probably telling you that are people that are going around and talking crap about you also. So it's just like this weird thing. We've got people that called Child Protective Services. Our friend Ben has had 33 Child Protective Services reported against him and his wife and his trying to get his kids taken away, because that's how people on YouTube work. They go for your real life and they'll call the cops on you. They'll call your employers. They do background searches on all of us, and they'll try and get you fired from your jobs and everything. So when you told me all this stuff that people were spreading around, all of this stuff, trying to get you guys to stop talking to me, it's not a surprise. It's not new. But that's one thing people bring up is that, well, you used to think that they were guilty of doing something, and do the Wells know that? But you do know that, and I mean, I've texted you privately some things also, so I mean, you did know that I wasn't always on the page I'm on now, right?
Yeah, a little bit about that stuff, but I'm not sure. Yeah, you've told me, you weren't. At first, you thought I was guilty of all this stuff because of, I don't know why, but yes, I understand. Sorry.
People who have credentials and had a career in this and letting that manipulate.
Yeah, getting that. Plus,
our mind.
Just going by like the statistics.
Yeah.
But yeah, we realized that once we got some information that
we were wrong.
Yeah, it's just not true. You have an alibi and everything, and Candace's story and Allie and H, that all lines up. So it doesn't look like anybody that we know of was involved. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I know evil forces, they use lies. They bring up the past because that's the first thing, evil forces will throw in your face is your past and say that you cannot change or you will always be this way. Bring up all your mistakes, say this, and tell you, you can't change. There's no, and stuff like that. I don't know. It's a crazy world. But anyways, yeah.
So, tonight, let's just go over, because you've been doing nothing but answering questions. So I told you let's throw questions out the window this evening and just really go over what you want to go over, what you want to chat about.
Well, I just, I've got a lot of problems. It's bad enough. Our daughter is gone. At this point, we don't know where she's at or what she's going through. But it's bad enough. Me and my wife are deeply hurt, and all this stuff going on with the psychics all over YouTube, Facebook, and coming out on our property and getting in fights at 2 a.m, having a little alcohol, and Mr. McDonough and all the problems that he's created, and pretty much going with all these false stories and allegations on Facebook and just running with it to make his name or whatever. He's really attacked me and made me look pretty bad, and all his people and followers that actually believe all this stuff, they're vicious. And like I say, they've created all these fake accounts. They even created a fake account of me and called TBI and said something to the fact that her body was out there on the lake, and they spent a good part of Saturday out there looking for her body. They couldn't get a hold of me because I was in church. So when I got out of church, they finally got a hold of me, and I'd had to explain that it wasn't me. That's the kind of things that these underhanded people are doing. They're attacking my family in Utah, then they attack us here and pit us against each other and attack everybody. I wish, there should be consequences for that. They really need to stop doing that because they're destroying our lives. They're making me, I get it. When I was younger, I'd done some foolish things, and I apologized to her for that. I've talked to Mary, and we've worked it out. And, it's just with all these rumors, it just turned everything more worse and made them think things that weren't true. And I think anybody would fall into this trap. But these things with my nieces and my first kids, they're scared. They're afraid to even say anything for fear of these people are going to attack them and their credibility, and they're going to lose their jobs and lose their kids and all these things. There's people attacking me at my place of employment. How much longer can my employers hang on, before they they're going to, pretty soon I'm wondering if I'm even going to have a job. They've been really good to me. My employers have always been really good. And they're all like family to me. And for people to destroy that and discredit, make me out to this monster that I'm really not, it's just, it really hurts, and the people, everywhere I go, they don't come out and say it, but you can see the looks on their faces and stuff, and people believe all these lies. It's not right.
No, it's definitely not right, Don. And to anybody watching, you need to stop with this attacking the family thing, even if you think they're guilty. This is not your damn place. Give your information to the police, let them handle it. Going after the family privately, that is wrong. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting. And we have Sonia just popped in.
Sonia popped in, yeah. So we've got your sister here. Sonia, welcome. We are recording right now. This is not live. We are recording this though, just so you know. Thank you for calling in. And Dawn's here too. I'm sure can you see?
I can't see her.
Yeah, she's just got an icon. And Sonia, if you can hear us, you have your microphone muted. Oh, there you go.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay. Hey,
Hi,
Sonia. Thanks for calling in.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sonia, you and I have spoken, and I know it's been kind of weighing on you. You've been kind of wanting to keep quiet, but the more and more that you see your brother being under attack and Candace being under attack, I know you've told me it's been quite hard for you to continue to bite your tongue.
Yeah, I kept hoping it would just go away. If everybody would stop saying shit, the fire wouldn't continue to grow. But
yeah,
unfortunately, that's not the way it's going to work. Yeah.
What would you like to get off of your chest, Sonia? Because you've heard everything, and we've talked about it. Yeah. What would you like to? Where to start, right?
There's so many things being said out there, and I'm probably the only one that's been in contact with Donnie. Mm-hmm. For the last 20 years or 30 years, his stepsisters haven't even talked to him. They don't even know him, and they're saying all this crap about him, and all the it's like he was out here last summer for a few months. They may have seen him for 10 minutes, but other than that, it's been 20 to 30 years since they've even seen him.
Yeah.
And I know that we kind of discussed, but I mean, we were kind of wondering, like, why are they kind of coming about this now that Summer's missing? I know we've had lots of comments, like even from survivors of things, like why now? Or one person left a comment, why didn't they come out like when Summer was born or something? Then if it was how they're saying. And this goes back to what Dawn is saying.
I know that too.
Yeah, you've got these podcast people who are meddling and making it worse, and like Dawn said, making it worse so that these channels can get views and put on shows, and that's no good.
Yeah, and they're just saying all kinds of stuff that's not true. Apparently there's something that happened between him and Jeannie when they were kids. But it's not like this is a pattern. He never abused his own kids, they told me.
Yeah.
And nobody else. It's just like, so, there are just all these rumors out there that they're just not true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I asked his son about it, and he says, like, what? Where in the hell did that come from? I says, you haven't been watching all the stuff on there, and he hasn't, because he don't. They've already attacked him. He don't want to be involved in it, and I don't blame him.
Yeah. I talked to him privately. He told me the same, that his dad, that Don barely spanked him as a kid, and that absolutely there was no inappropriate touching at all.
He's not a violent person. He never sexually did anything to him.
Yeah, I don't get that vibe from him at all.
Could I ask, are you Don's older sister, younger, close in age?
2 years younger.
And is it all right, and you don't have to answer this, but could I ask, did he ever be inappropriate with you?
Of course not. No, not in any way.
Honestly.
So I'm not seeing the pattern at all.
There is no pattern here. I think he made mistakes when he was younger. He was a kid. But it's not like there's a pattern of anything here. I know he would never touch his daughter. I know that.
Sonia, we got to mute you just for a second so we can let Dawn hear.
Yeah, we have audio problems, so we got to mute you one at a time.
We got to mute guys in between,
All right, okay. What do you have to say about all that, Dawn?
Yeah, Sonia, I hope she can hear me. Can she hear me?
Yep, she can hear you. She just can't reply.
Yeah. We was just talking about how people were making fake accounts and attacking our step family, and then they turn around and attack us and everybody else and in between. And I didn't know if you would realize that. But, so they're making it into a whole lot bigger monster than it really is. But yeah. I just hope we can work it out and get along and hopefully turn this into looking for Summer somehow. But all this stuff, with psychics and Chris McDonough has stopped the investigation. Ronnie Larson, I think is his name. He's pretty upset about the whole thing. I'm sure the judge and everybody over the case is pretty upset about the whole thing. I just hope people will come out and help us to stop all this. And it's just trying to, keep it all going and attacking my wife. They're trying to hit my wife against me and against this show here, and they've done nothing but try to help us. And I wish they would just stop. Or help, or the people that aren't involved in doing these sorts of things, please help us, to just please help us. If you would, please.
Yeah, that's the thing, is we need to really move past this and get back to the fact that there is a missing girl. No one seems to really care about that. It's just so weird. I don't get it at all.
Can I add something?
Oh, absolutely,
something
Sonia.
to that? I just wanted to say that it is ridiculous what all the family feuding and how it has turned this whole investigation away from Summer, and it's such crap that it's a shame, because nobody because I really do feel like she's been abducted. Nobody's even looking at those possibilities, and I feel like whoever did this is like, I've heard that there's 15 more kids since summer went missing. It's like a free for all. Nobody's looking for them. They're all looking at Donnie and Candace.
Yeah, there's something really bad going on down there.
And as far as the family cheating, that'll probably not be resolved. That's been going on from day one. That's, there's always been a big split there. I just wish that would just be kept privately. It has nothing to do with Summer.
Me too. And it's unfortunate you have other channels.
Yeah.
Other big channels that are making a big production of that specific part. I am not in agreement with that. I actually have been in private contact with one of the channels and telling them I think it's wrong, but they just don't agree. And that's too bad. And that's why we wanted to have a safe place, because we knew, like, Don's talking. I mean, he's even being so open to let an ex-cop in his house and all of that. And we're like, well, if he's going to talk, let's give him a safe place to talk where it's not going to get twisted around on him.
Yeah, because God knows they love to twist everything.
Yes, they do. I can't believe it. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's sickening. And they've actually, like, they come after us just for doing that. Like, they're spreading a rumor that I'm a bad guy, done some...
Yeah, everybody on my...
Sorry, but...
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Don, I wanted to ask you, have you guys been offered any type of, like, therapy or any kind of help or anything like that?
Well, yeah. I'm probably not supposed to talk about that. Of course, I don't want therapy.
Nope.
I don't want therapy, but I'm willing to do whatever that they want. Whatever, I'm willing to do whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Do you think that is there any questions that you've heard that we haven't gone over, Don? Is there anything you really want to say that we've kind of missed, or that people haven't asked you that you feel is missing?
No, not at this time. I don't. I just hope, that these people attacking our families on both sides of the continent and everybody else would just please stop all this. And, the FBI, anything that the public thinks of, or if they think I'm not looking for Summer or whatever, why aren't you out looking for Summer or whatever? Well, anything that I can think of, FBI or TVI has been there 3 times at least. They've searched, I don't know, they've searched 500 square miles, helicopter for a whole week straight. They fly airplanes at night with infrared, looking for any signatures whatsoever. We're all stumped. We don't know where or how she disappeared, and I don't want to elaborate too much and get in trouble with the gag order. But we've tried everything. We're trying to get EquiSearch, Dave Rader, to come back, and right now with these psychics and everything going on and all this hate going on the internet, they don't want to let anybody in at this time, and I don't know what to do except for to plead to the public, please help us, somehow. And that's, I thought Facebook, would be the best option to try to help find my daughter. And I accepted all friend requests that I got, like 2,500. And it's probably the biggest mistake I ever made, to tore our family completely apart. And the things that people say and stuff like that, it puts you down, and it really affects you badly. It makes you feel like you're useless. There's no hope, and this and that. And when some of these rumors first started out, I've had women calling me, screaming at me, did you do this? Did you do this? And I'm like, do what? I did. That's before I was aware of the allegations, with my nieces and everything. And I'm not even so sure that they're the ones who started this. I don't know, but I know that they're scared to say anything. I think, yeah, they should stand up and tell the truth, but I almost don't blame them, because I know they have been attacked and by tons of people. They've shut down their Facebook, and but I'm not mad. I should be, but I'm just. I guess I don't know. What can you do?
Well, I think after going through that for a couple of months, a person would just kind of be throwing their hands up at it, because what can you do? If you completely ghost off social media, they'll say, oh, because we were onto something. And if you keep fighting, it's like, well, why is he talking? Like, there's just no way to win. And I'm so sorry that this is happening to you, to Candace, to your family. It literally keeps us both up at night. Mm-hmm. It's sickening.
Yeah, it is. So I really want to thank you guys for helping the way you have, and the public that does support us. There's a lot of people that do support us, and there's a lot of people that do believe in us. And I think if you sit down and you really look at all the evidence and everything, a lot of people do believe us, but there's that evil entity, that they're just in it for the show. They're in it for the money. I'd like to know how much, he makes for show. We've made some, we've thought about it, but we don't know. But it's got to be tremendous just to keep all these lives going. He's making, huge money.
I can show you how to look later.
Okay. But yeah, he's got to be making tons of money destroying people's lives. And mm-hmm. It's just not right.
Don, that actually it reminds me now, because that's a lot of comments that I'm getting. Does Don know you make a few dollars on YouTube? Does he know that you've gotten subscribers from having him on your channel? And I tell them, yes, you do, and I let them know that you actually wished my channel well. Do you want to? You do know that, right? And I've kind of told you. I make a little bit of money, but not a lot.
Well, yeah, we all got to make a living somehow, and I wish I could do what y'all are doing or something, that would be awesome. So that's great. But at least you guys are sticking to what's right. So you have to be commended for that, and that's extremely important. And it's like you said, you could go out there and make a Jerry Springer show out of everything and make big dollars if you wanted to, but you choose to do the right thing. And so I want to thank you for that. And, because it's really helped me straighten out a lot of this stuff, and maybe some other people will come forward. I hope and pray, and I hope and pray, Summer, we can concentrate on her instead of trying to concentrate on defending ourselves constantly. It's bad, go through all this horrific stuff day after day, and then in the end of the day, finally being able to think about Summer and pray and, beg God to please bring her back home somehow, because it's definitely going to take a miracle. The police, the FBI, all the 106 different agencies I've heard were here, and they can't find her. So only God knows where she's at, and only God can help us. So please keep praying for all you guys that support us and believe in us. Just please keep praying, for Summer. She's a beautiful little girl, and we surely miss her very much.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to stress to everyone. Regardless of what you think happened, who did what, please pray for Summer. The more we pray, just the better the chances. It can't hurt. So take a few minutes and throw up a couple prayers for Summer, please.
Instead of the hate comments, just hashtag bring summer home.
Yeah.
Don, that brings me to a question that you actually sent me a link to him. He's another big supporter, one of our newer friends in helping kind of rally behind you guys. Benny, Blood Money Ben. He was wondering how you're feeling now. What do you think the next 6 months look like if summer's still missing? What do the next 6 months look like? You already said that you're worried about losing your job. Candace, I mean, we've seen her on video chats with you guys and seen how just she's a wreck. She's an emotional wreck, and then she's got all these people. You should hate Cher for this, blah blah blah, and you should do this. So she's really got a lot on her. So I understand, but what do you think the next 6 months looks like going from here?
Yeah, we don't know for sure. If it was up to Mr. McDonough and his crew that are doing all this attacking, they don't care about the evidence. They'd lock it if he could. I believe he'd put the cuffs on me and lock me up for the rest of my life, no problem. He ain't got a problem with locking up innocent people. His record shows that. I don't want to attack. But I mean, the truth there, people know that. I don't have to say no more. I don't know what the next 6 months is going to. I hope it involves summer coming home. Because it is. People say it's just that it can't happen, that she can't just disappear. Well, there's 250 kids, like you mentioned the other day, missing from the Eastern Tennessee area since 2020. I mean, where did they go? If the kids can't just disappear, then where are the other 250? I don't know. But like, I was telling someone earlier today, I can go down that dog trail. If I was in a hurry, I bet you I could make it down there in less than 20, 25 seconds at the most. I could be down that dog trail to the road and gone. No problem. I don't know. It's just so hard to go day by day without summer. Always on my mind. And, but yeah, these hate groups, I'm sure, like I mentioned, the crew, they're trying to infiltrate with my wife. They're telling her things and, sending her things up. And they're trying to turn her again. They're trying to, still play this game, but put us against each other in every way, and it's not right. So I don't know. Like you said, I mean, she is really tore up, and she don't know which way to turn. She don't know who to trust anymore. And it's sad. It's real sad. They're tearing her up. She's at a breaking point. She's at a point that it's not good. I've never seen her like this. It's not good at all. People are preying on her. It's not right. I wish they'd stop. But all you good friends out there that do know her or whatever, please support her. She is tore up. But people are pretending to be her friend and all this and that, and still playing this evil game. I don't know what else to say. It's pretty bad. It's not right what y'all are doing.
Yeah, I agree. And there's no way for us to prove to Candace, or to you for that matter, that we're above board and we're not going to somehow use everything to turn on you, other than, you can see what we have done.
Yeah.
But
that's what I always said.
Either way, I mean, we feel for you, Candace, and we're hoping for the best in all this, and we just want you all to have peace. And we don't want to be causing any pain or anything like that. If we are inadvertently, I am so sorry. That's not our intention at all.
All right, we appreciate you guys. Like I'm saying, I wish we could focus on finding summer, but we haven't been able to since all this craziness, tearing our family apart. So I wish we could focus on looking for Summer. I don't know. It's been over 2 months. She could be anywhere by now. But I just wanted to thank y'all, and I should probably head back towards the house.
Can I say something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, what would you like to say before we end this here, Sonia?
I wish people would stop all these rumors too, so that they could focus on Summer, not having to defend themselves to the world. I really don't even understand why people aren't looking at other options, because they seem perfectly clear to me that she definitely could have been abducted. I wanted to say something about the dogs. People are always talking about the dogs out there. When my mom lived out there, I remember her telling me that dogs would come on her property after running for days, chasing coons or whatever they do, and they would just be, the dogs who just wore out. They would just lay there and rest for a day. She'd feed them and water them, and they'd rest, and they would go. And so I know that dogs run out there for hours, and these dogs are all strays. So something goes running in the woods. It just makes perfect sense to me that dogs aren't there all the time. Something happened, they weren't there. I get that they weren't there.
Yeah, lots of people don't understand that because they think they have a dog, but the dog it's a house dog. It's in their house a lot of the time.
Some dogs don't leave.
So it's not going to leave. But outside dogs, they'll wander all over the place.
Yeah,
so that is
stray dogs
legit.
in the country. They hang where they want to.
Yep.
And they wouldn't be hard to make friends with. Somebody, they said they saw somebody on the property before, hanging out on the property. Feed the dogs a couple times. They're not going to bark. It doesn't make sense that nobody gets the dogs.
Sonia, people are going to wonder, sorry, well, I remember because I have a very bad memory, but people are going to wonder your exact relation to Dawn.
I'm his biological sister.
And a full-blooded sister, right? Right. Yeah, okay.
The only one that's really stayed in touch with them all these years. He's got another biological sister she's, sometimes I have contact with her, sometimes I don't. But my stepsisters, they have not had any contact with them for 20 plus years.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, we really appreciate you calling in, Sonia. I know that you didn't really want to get involved, but I know that also it's been weighing on you because you can't stand watching what Dawn and Candace are going through.
I hate it.
So I really appreciate you for calling in and being willing to say a little something for people to hear and see another side. So thank you.
You're welcome. No problem. Thank you guys for having a place where he could say something without everything being twisted.
Absolutely. It's the least that we can do.
Like, we can't really, I would love to come down there and I'd walk in the woods for as much as I could, but we can't get down there, so we'll do what we can from up here, I guess.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Dawn,
it.
I just want to thank you again because, as you said, so many people have tricked you, manipulated, and I just want to thank you again. And I'm sorry that you guys are under attack just because of us, and that's not what you need. But I do really, I just want to thank you and Candace. Thank Candace for the time that you take away to do this and answer questions, and for trusting us not to be like other channels that have been out there and what they're doing. So thanks, Dawn. We do appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks to you all, because I know you guys have been taking a lot of heat, and it's like, everybody I know, people attack everybody I know all that they can. And we know it's part of the crew that we was talking about earlier, but just thank y'all. And I just would like to say, love and prayers to everybody, and I'm sure Summer, she would say the same thing, and she was always breaking up arguments and stuff, with me and Candace was having a little argument, whatever. She would always say, stop, and be nice and be good. We love her and we miss her with all our hearts and everything we got. We love her. We just hope and pray that she's safe. And But yeah, love and prayers to everybody, and thanks y'all very much. Okay,
You too. Thank you. Get back home to your wife.
thanks. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, Don.
Good night, Sonia. Thank you for calling in. That was really awesome, and they're still going to drag Dawn or whatever, but
They just won't stop.
It's good to see the other side, but I'm sorry. People can't see emotion, and that's BS.
Yeah. Well, it'd be nice to get some reference, like.
I know he doesn't show a lot of emotion, but I've seen it when I call him. I know what they're going through. I hate it for him. I can't even imagine how it must be. But I wouldn't show my
and we have no
emotion to the world
baseline
either. Yeah.
But we don't know what he was like before Summer went missing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going by what we see now. And yeah, like he's not freaking out, crying, screaming, wailing, but
he's broken.
Yeah, he looks broken to me.
You look sad now just from seeing and watching him. Like
yeah,
I could see your tone kind of like.
It bothers me to see another man hurting. Like I see it.
And trying to be strong for his wife and everything, and he, yeah.
It's just so
I don't even know how he's handling it.
I don't know either.
I'm afraid for him. I'm afraid for what, because I don't know how much more he can take.
Well, I think it'll lighten up soon.
Yeah.
People are riding this hate wave, but once, like, it will die off. It's going to have to take its course. Unfortunately, people are just horrible. They're mean and vicious, and they love to cause pain.
I know. I kept thinking it would die off. I kept thinking if he would just be quiet, people would run out of things to talk about. And I didn't want to say anything, thinking it would just it's just going to add fuel to the fire. But the fire doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't for a while, but it'll stop eventually. It's just going to take some time.
So.
Well, Sonia, thanks again for calling in. This will go up. I'll text you with the link when it goes up, either tomorrow or Sunday.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thanks for all you do. I'm sorry you get so much help.
We get it anyway. It's okay.
I'll go through that if it helps get Summer home.
Yep.
I got no problem with
that. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, another one in the books, and
not a lot of editing for you this time.
No, this one was pretty direct and to the point. And the moral of the story is, even if you think that Dawn did this, Candace is hurting just as much as Dawn. So if you think Candace is innocent, what you're doing to Dawn is hurting her too. And you're hurting all the family, both sides. Everybody's getting hurt. No one is coming out of this feeling good.
And this isn't what Summer would want.
No,
Summer was a peacemaker, he just said. This is not the right way, you guys.
No, it's not. And I know 99% of you who have gone after Dawn or have gone after some of the family, that's not your intention to destroy the whole family. I mean, if you think Dawn did it or whatever, you want Dawn. You don't want to hurt everybody, but that's exactly what's happening. This is not our place. It's not up to us. It's up to the police. I mean, we can say our theories, but you've got to leave them alone. Don't go after them privately and on social media, making up fake accounts and stuff. That's just wrong. You guys, we're better than this. We've got to be better. This is about Summer. And the more crap that you guys pull like that with fake accounts and fake tips, you should go to jail for fake tips. That one pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that FBI traces your IP and puts you in cuffs, because that's bullshit.
Yeah, I guess I don't even really have much to say. They made it really straightforward, knock it off. And if you guys really think you're helpful by bombarding them with crap about me or him, he's talking on this platform. I don't know what you guys think you're doing. And half of y'all are probably the ones that are off saying bad things about them anyways, and then turning around and, you shouldn't talk to them, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what you're trying to do. It's ridiculous, but it has nothing to do with bringing Summer home.
No.
We're doing the best we can on that from afar, and That's all I know what to do.
Yeah, people just you don't get it. You're so filled with hate, you just can't see what we're trying to do. We're just trying to let him have a voice, have a platform to speak his mind without things getting twisted. That's all. We're not trying to cover anything. So, yeah, you guys just... Everybody cool it.
Plus, we've talked about, people, I do want to address that because people are like, don't you think you'll have to be subpoenaed when you're a part of an investigation because you got so close to talking to them? I don't care. They can have my phone. If you don't think that they gave their phones back to them with bugs in them or tapping them or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are getting at, but
yeah. And we didn't ask Don, but his phone is not new. His picture quality is not great.
He's got a cracked screen. He's always worried about all the cracks on his screen.
And all the audio issues. It is not a new phone. No. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So, we good?
Yes, sorry. I forgot I was premiering something right now. Okay, ta-ta for now, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.